Okay, this is a 2009 Impala SS, and these are going to be a lot the same between 2006 and 2011. This is a 5.3 LS4 V8, and I'm going to change a fuel injector. And I already did it. I mean, I'm going to show you how to change a fuel injector. I already did it, and I'm just going to show you what it is. It's quite simple. This is the engine cover. I already had it popped off, but it pops onto these three poles here. There's one there, here, and here. You see those three things there? That just pops on to those little places there. And here's your incoming fuel. It splits right here and goes across both directions to these fuel rails. Let's see if I can get a good shot of that. This fuel rail here, and over here, this fuel rail here. And here's all your injectors. One there, and there's 2, 3, and 4 on each side. There's 4 more over there. They're like them. The one that I had to change was the hardest one of all. This way down there underneath the alternator. And I did not have to pull the alternator off. I still did it. And the fuel rails are held on by 4 studs. It looks like a nut on a bolt. It's right here. And there's one here. It looks like a nut on a bolt, but it's a stud with the nut kind of welded on or kind of cast into it or something. And there's one there, and if you go over here, there's one more. That one's a bolt. That one's not a stud. Let's see. It's not very light down there, but it's not that one that you can see. That's a manifold bolt. The one right behind it where my finger's pointing, that's a... Let me get my thumb out of the way. That's the bolt for the fuel rail right there. So get that bolt and these 3 studs out, and then the fuel rail doesn't want to come up because the harness is kind of anchored, and this harness is on top of it, and it has a wire going down front that's plugged into something down there that I don't want to get to. So this thing here is preventing it from coming up. It's pretty stiff. So I unplugged this hose right here off the manifold and backed it out. And then I got a couple of these tie-down things, these bungee cord type things like this. And these are really handy in mechanic, and I use them all the time. And I hooked them on to right here and over here on this little hole in the hood, and it just kind of pulled it out, and I just put some pressure or some tension on it that way, and I wiggled it around until it, well, first of all, when you get those 2 4 bolts out, you got to pop the injectors out, and you just grab it and kind of tug on it and pop them out, and then tug on this side and pop them out. And then I moved it up with those tie downs. I kind of held it up there, and I got the end of this fuel rail up above this cast iron alternator bracket right here, and then I was able to get that underneath there and pop it out with my Leatherman, or a pair of needle nose pliers would work. I just grabbed the place where the plug is. And I forgot to tell you how to unplug these. This little green thing here, this one's already popped up. You pop it up like it is now, and the way it is before you start is they're like that. And you just grab it and pop it out like this one. This one's popped out. And they look like that before you pop them out. As soon as you pop that green thing up, then the little catch will move to get the plug out, and you can unplug it. So once it's unplugged, then I got my needle nose pliers on the edge of the plug thing and just wiggled it and popped it out. And then I just got the new one, reached it down there with the needle nose pliers and popped it back in. And this little thing, this little square thing right there, you can see 3 sides of it right there. That thing slides off. It's a clip. It slides off that way, and then the injector will come out. And then when you put the new injector back in, you can slide this thing back onto the new injector, this square thing, back onto the new injector before you pop it in, because it'll just kind of snap in with that thing already on there. First I put the injector in, tried to slide that thing in there, and I couldn't quite get it in the right place, and it was kind of a bummer to reach all the way in there and try to get it on there. So I put it on the injector first, and then I popped it in and it snapped in. And then I lined up the injector, got the bungee cord back off, line the injectors back up to the holes, kind of push them down in there, pop them in there, and that makes all these bolts line up, these 4 bolts. And then I come over here and position all these over their holes and pop them down in there and put them on. And I don't know for sure that it was even the injector that was bad, but it was the code was for an injector, and it was that one. And I haven't tried it out yet, but that's how you change the injector. Thank you very much.